What up, niggas?
What up, y'all?
What's up, everybody? Come inside the room. This is the Mother's Day issue. Shout out to your mother. Word to my mother. Word to my brother's mother.
Peace, Mom.
Word to the mothers, yo. Shout out to everybody, mother on Mother's Day, son.
No doubt.
I just came back from church. A little 6, 7, 8 hours of church. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you did, brother.
Lots of church.
And we respect you for that.
I think they might think want to get some refreshments in there at some point. Like, God damn,
snacks.
You've been here for a minute.
Maybe a blow up cot in the back.
Something. Yeah, some little nod out and whatever. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Everybody coming to the room. We got some things happening today. It will be an excellent, well curated show.
No doubt.
By yours truly and my brother.
Peace.
We appreciate you. We are very happy that you've come into the room today to enjoy our company on this beautiful Mother's Day weekend.
And we're going to run the numbers up, y'all. 92 strong. We shooting for 10,000 subscribers.
We trying to link in on that 10 G's, yo. Try to help us out, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please turn on your notifications.
So you know when we drop.
Hell yeah. And give us a hype. That's the new thing, yo. We try to hype up. So let me tell y'all a little bit about how the show will go today. We got Mike Epps as well as Country Wayne responding to some of the comments that Mr. Aries Spears made on Dion Cole's podcast, Funny Knowing You, I believe it's called. He was on his most recent issue episode, and he just made some crazy statements, and a few comedians had a bit of rebuttal. We're going to check that out. We also got Abba and Preach.
Oh, snap.
You know about them?
I'm pretty familiar with the dudes there. And,
right. They like us, but they Canadian and they different.
Like us, huh?
Right. They different.
Yeah, a little bit.
They both got hair for starters. And, you know. Well, I heard the Arab one. He be skeeting in Chinese ladies. He skeeted in a Chinese lady and he threw it in the trash.
So he might be Somalian or something.
No, I'm pretty sure he's Somalian. Ain't that an Arab too? That's something different.
Like a pirate.
Yeah. All right. Well, he skeeted in a Chinese lady and let her go.
Allegedly.
No, he skeeted. Yeah, that's what he said. Allegedly. My bad. Also Vlad and your boy. This ain't the one.
Ooh.
That's what we use.
Tekashi69?
Yeah, I was trying to get the one where he was talking to Tekashi. Yeah, we got I'll see if I can find it later, but we got Tekashi69 talking a little bit of that talk about how he was a victim of racism.
What?
He said they racialized him, yo.
Where?
He said because of his snitching, he was like, all these black ass niggas get to snitch and one Mexican snitch, y'all try to give me shit.
That's racial?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It is. It's racist, he said.
He was a snitch committee.
All right, here we go. I found it. We pull it up. He said he know the law.
Don't kill your dog.
He got a little bit of jailhouse lawyer in him. Pause. Yeah, we don't need this. Oh yeah, then we got Rick Ross. He said he's sorry to Drake. He ready to get back together.
Why?
I don't know. He just said he's sorry. He like him again now. And Kodak Black, we're going to start it off with this one. Kodak Black is in jail and he going to court right now.
Judge, how are you?
Doing well. Next case is State of Florida versus Bill Capri, 2026 CF 6084.
You're like, bring his ass.
David Bigney on behalf of Bill Capri.
Bradford Cohen.
This nigga Kodak Black name is Bill?
What's his name again? What's his government?
Well, next case is State of Florida versus Bill Capri, 2026 CF 6084.
I would have swore it was Don Trellius or something.
Bill Capri.
David Bigney on behalf of Bill
Named
Capri.
after Short.
Bradford Cohen on behalf of Bill Capri, Judge.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. If you can just tell me your name and your date of birth.
Bill Capri, sir.
All right. Date of birth.
June 11, 1997.
All right. Thank you. All right, Mr. Capri, you are here for your initial appearance. You were arrested pursuant to an arrest warrant, so probable cause was previously determined by Judge Murphy. We are here for purposes of today for determining your bond and as well as conditions of bond. Before we do that, is there anything that the defense wishes to add?
I do, Judge. I just want to point out a couple things with the arrest and the affidavit for arrest. I know that PCOs are to be found.
Yes, sir.
Generally speaking, I always like to make the court aware of the strength or weakness of the case because I think that goes towards the bond. In this case, Judge, this happened in November. Oh, before I get to that, we also self-surrendered for the court's edification. We self-surrendered He was in California. I had him fly back specifically for this case. I was notified.
It never hurts to turn yourself in. What does hurt is that look he giving a judge right now. What the fuck?
No.
He look dangerous.
No, so it does help. I mean, they're letting know it's not like they caught him on a run.
Yeah. When you turn yourself in, it helps trying to get
A
bail.
little bit.
By the U.S. Marshal Service and given the opportunity to surrender him. U.S. Marshal Service was beyond professional in this case, just for the record. But if you read the affidavit that is attached to the warrant, Judge, essentially what happened here was there was two vehicles.
Yes, sir.
Neither of the vehicles are registered to Mr. Capri personally. An officer approaches the vehicles. One vehicle, he says, smells like marijuana. He searches that vehicle, finds something in that vehicle that is unrelated to Mr. Capri. The second vehicle, and he doesn't even see Mr. Capri on the scene at this point. The second vehicle, they then inspect. There's one person in that vehicle. There's two bags next to that person, both in the passenger side of the vehicle. One bag has drugs in it and some other items. The other bag has what he initially says, and he doesn't put this in his affidavit.
What they find? What's that?
A machine gun, a human head,
Nah, let's see what they find.
2 infant babies.
God damn.
That's it. That's all. That's all, Your Honor. It's not what you think it is. Just
Like which time?
right.
All right, May 6, 2026, Kodak Black, Bill Capri, that's his real name, was arrested in Orange County, Florida for trafficking in MDMA. Oh, the good stuff. He had ecstasy. He had the nipple tweaking stuff. Stemming from an investigation into a November 2025 incident where police reportedly finding drugs in his vehicle. He was released on a $75,000 bond after pleading not guilty. The charge of trafficking of MDMA between 10 and 200 grams, which is a first-degree felony in Florida. Incident context, the arrest stems from a November 4th, 2025 incident in Orlando where police responded to reports of gunshots and searching luxury SUVs, allegedly finding the pink bag containing MDMA, cash, and other items linked to the rapper. It wasn't even in his car. Legal response. This attorney, Bradford Cohen, argued the case is legally insufficient, stating that the items were found in a vehicle Kodak Black did not own, and he did not present it at the time of the search. Right? It was part of his, what do you call it, procession. He was rolling. He was rolling. Plus, he know Trump.
People with him.
You need to call your boy.
Didn't he get a pardon already?
Right. So this is the first offense.
Yeah, this is not.
He good.
He
good.
Other charges don't
He
count.
initially says that he tests it, and it tests as 27 grams of cocaine, which is just under the trafficking amount of 28 grams. When he then sends it in, allegedly, it becomes MDMA. So I also have his original report that says when he originally tested it, it tested as cocaine. Inside that bag, there's some items that he says belong to Mr. Capri.
Sound like he was doing a blend. How to start off tested as
We don't know, son. Don't assume.
I'm just saying if it start off tested at blow and they be like, oh, actually it's MDMA, that sound weird right there.
Yeah, that's not even the
Which
right
test
thing.
is it?
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, hold on.
Did he just pick his nose and flick a booger?
He flicked the booger at the judge? He can't flick
the
boogers.
second
have his
attorney, he
original
said-
report that says when he originally tested it, it tested as cocaine. Inside that bag, there's some items that he says belong to Mr. Capri, an identification and some paperwork. He then sends things off to get printed. None of the things in that bag come back to Mr. Capri as his fingerprints. I think there were several latent prints taken off. None of them match Mr. Capri. At that point, then Mr. Capri approaches the officer and is now on the scene, was not in the vehicle, and doesn't make any admission that the bag is his or anything like that. The officer then goes one step further and goes on Mr. Capri's Instagram, and on one picture in his Instagram, there's a picture of him standing next to a bag that looks like the bag that was in the car. Now, I know PC was already found, so I'm not going to argue PC, but it's really screaming at me, but I won't argue it. But I mean, the case law on this is so very clear, and I use two very, very...
You know what would be hilarious?
What?
A Kodak back reached over to the microphone and tell the judge, and Your Honor, hence the person that bag belonged to has been fired. Right. No longer on the team anymore.
I think, esteemed cases. One of them is Edmond v. State, and the other one is McCrae v. State. And I'll just give you a very brief on it.
Right. So let me ask you this before we get into the cases.
Yes.
One, has a copy been given to the state?
I'll give her a copy, I'm sorry.
Because certainly last thing we want to do is have a hearing by ambush.
No, and I know I use these in a lot of the construction possession cases. So the Edmond case is kind of an amazing case. The police raid a house on a warrant. The guy's hiding in the closet with wet cocaine next to him in a hole.
What, like about to be turned to crack?
I guess.
Still base? They
Son,
cooking it or what?
Son, we don't know.
His head is within 1 foot of the hole. On the stove is cooking cocaine. Next
That's crack. That's pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's
That's
right.
pretty.
to the stove is his ID and some paperwork.
God damn. Oh, Mr. Bull's that?
Who put their ID next to it?
I don't know.
A hot pot of cooking cocaine.
Right, next to the baking soda. And
Bedroom in the house is more paperwork that belongs to him. The court found that's still not enough for constructive possession. It's kind of an amazing case, and I'll give you the exact site for it, but it's Edmond v. State, and the state has a copy of it. The other one is McCrae. In McCrae, they're pulling a guy over. They pull him over, he jumps out of the car and makes a run for it. As he's running, the officer sees that he's playing with his waistband and makes a throwing motion.
Right.
He puts him down on the ground, arrests him, and tells the other cop, hey, go back and see what he threw. They find a baggie of cocaine, no fingerprints on it. They print it, no fingerprints on it. And the court says, that's not enough for constructive possession. Those cases are so much closer to constructive possession than this case. And I would just ask the court, in considering a bond, to look at the case, to look at the affidavit that's with the case. And I understand that the typical bond on this is $50,000. I'm asking for a $10,000 bond. I on my way here on the train, I was typing up a motion to dismiss. It's just there is not enough here. I get
Right, and I'll stop you there. I mean, obviously, you know that the motion to dismiss
I know.
is for another day. We're
know,
here
Judge.
for the sole purpose of
Yes, Judge.
determining bond and conditions of bond. Your
I do.
client,
see the second attorney when they do. Watch those gestures, son. Watch that second dude with the glasses on. See what he do when he talking to the judge when they doing
Talking to
this like yo 20,000, 10,000.
So how you gonna fix it at the lodge? We get back to the lodge. I got you.
Get back to the country club.
And I appreciate, Judge, and I don't know if you
I've
want-
got the sites for you, Your Honor.
Oh.
Edmond versus State is 963 Southern 2nd 344. It's 2007 case, 4th DCA. And the McCrae versus State is another 4th DCA case out of 2006, and I do not have that site.
I think he definitely did it, but this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, it was in his possession. He just ain't have it in his bag. It's his.
The smart money
But-
is the smart.
But this is
money
bullshit.
It wasn't on his person.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the vehicle with
He don't
him.
know what them niggas was doing.
Part of his entourage.
Right. But do I believe in my heart that yes, it's Kodak Black. What are you talking about? You ever listen to this nigga music?
His name's not Kodak Black. His name is Bill
name is Bill.
Capri.
Yeah, it's Bill.
Right.
I'm calling nigga Bill from now on.
Not arguing
But I-
PC, it's been found.
Yes, sir.
I believe that the importance of this information is the strength of the case is something for the court to consider. Additionally, again, as Mr. Cohen had said, this was a self-surrender case. This is not somebody who is a flight risk, and the strength of the case, using the word strength very, very loosely, I would ask that the court consider a low bond, $10,000.
and he's never failed to appear, as long as I've represented him.
as long as you represent him, there is at least one.
I've
failure to
represented him
appear.
since he was like, I don't know, 17. Yeah, there might be one really far back in the past.
There's one from 2016. Before I determine conditions of bond and bond amount, State, is there anything that you all wish to add?
Oh yeah, but then again, his pardon was only from the Fed. He from Florida. He still got charges and stuff from before.
So he got something pending on top.
No,
of
what
it?
I'm saying is the whole first time offender thing that would only apply to feds if he had a pardon. Trump can't pardon him from stuff that happened in Florida.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Trump's not in control of that.
No, Your Honor. As both attorneys said, they're not
can make a phone
arguing
call, though.
PC, and PC has already been found. The schedule for trafficking is $50,000. PC has been found for a trafficking, so the state would ask that you give a bond of $50,000. The state would actually ask that you
He ain't tripping
increase
either
the
way.
bond, as the defendant is a professional rapper. As the counsel has indicated, he flew in from California. He is also, when you do a search, listed as a Haitian American. He does not have any ties to Orlando. He's from Pompano Beach, but again, He flew in from California. So state would not only ask that you have the bond at $50,000, in light of
He's a faking. He's not a real Haitian. He said he's not a real Haitian. He be just saying that.
Son.
He said he be just saying that because he's from Florida. You know how niggas used to be Jafakins?
Oh, yeah.
For Haitian.
Cut it out, man.
his occupation and lack of ties to Orlando, that it actually be increased, and one of the conditions be that he surrender his passport.
If I can just address that very quickly, Judge. He is a proud Haitian American.
Oh, yeah.
He is an American. He has a U.S. passport. He doesn't have any plans on leaving the country. I mean, we've faced cases that are 10 times this case, and I've won, by the way. But we'll put that in another bucket. But the fact that he's a rapper doesn't give you a legal purpose to raise the bond. So I would still ask for a $10,000 bond, Judge.
All right, well, I appreciate all the argument. Again, Mr. Capri, you're charged with trafficking in methamphetamine or MDMA, more than 10 grams, less than 200 grams. That is a first-degree felony.
MDMA? I thought that was ecstasy.
Or something.
That's the same
Molly,
thing as
something like that. I don't know.
But then he says methamphetamine. Is that the same thing as
They pills. How about that? They pills.
All right, he has some pills.
Again, you are entitled to a bond, so I am going to give you a bond. I have considered the strength of the case as well as everything that was set forth in the arrest affidavit. I understand the arguments presented by your counsel. I think one of the things that was left out was, well, you weren't necessarily claiming ownership of the bag. You were requesting that the funds within the bag be turned over to you. So there at least is some tie, seems like, to the court, to that bag.
He said, but the money that was in the bag, yeah, not the pills, but the money on it. Can I
You said you gotta leave all of it, so you can't just take some
portion?
Nonetheless, I think in terms of bond, I am going to slightly increase the bond. I think based upon your, not the fact that you're a rapper, I think that has no binding, but the other factors that the court considered is your prior criminal history, including 12 prior felony convictions,
God damn.
2 misdemeanor convictions, 1 failure to appear. That was quite some time ago, so I'm not giving a ton of weight to the failure to appear. But I think an appropriate bond in this case would be $75,000, so that's going to be what the court sets the bond at. As conditions of your bond, I am going to order that you not return to the scene of the offense, which is 910 Fairvilla Road, Orlando, Florida, which is the Children's Safety Village. Additionally, I am going to order that you not have any contact with.
Tell me this nigga did not get locked up at the Children's
in a
Safety
zone.
That's what they do, like the officer friendly and
Right.
teach kids about traffic and all that stuff.
Like keep away from.
What was he doing there?
Any of the co-defendants in your case, so specifically Mr. Avon Joseph and Mr. James Twitty. Additionally, you are not to possess or consume any drugs or controlled substances without a valid prescription. Additionally, this should go without saying because you are already a felon, but you're not to possess any weapons or firearms. Additionally, I am going to order that you not have contact with any of the other witnesses in the case, so specifically Gisgard Kantave, Arquita McDougald, Dion Rogers, and Mazrick Sanmelis. Aside from that, I believe those are all the conditions that I think would be appropriate in this particular case. Obviously, if you all are seeking to have the bond modified or reduced, you can file the appropriate motion with the assigned judge, and I'm sure they'll get you in the docket to address that for you. I'm also not going to order that you surrender your passport. I don't deem you to be a flight risk. Again, you only have 1 prior failure to appear dating over 10 years ago. So, Mr. Cohen?
Yes, Judge, this is one thing. One of those individuals is his brother, so I don't know how you don't have contact with your brother.
Which one?
Masnick. And then the other ones, I think there's some cousins involved in there. One of them is his manager. One of them is his road guy. So
Which one's the co-defendant?
It's not a co-defendant. You said no contact with the witnesses.
Right, but before that, I said Avon Joseph and James Twitty.
Yeah, I don't mind about that. That's fine.
Okay.
But there's the other individuals that had nothing to do with this case that were just on the scene. One of them is his brother, Masnick.
Okay.
And then I believe one of them is I think 2 are security and 1, 2 are his security.
All right, which 2?
Which 2 are there? Cantave and Dion.
Cantave.
All right, so I will permit you to have contact with your team, so your security, and so that's Cantave, Rogers, and San Melis. You can have contact with them, so I'll strike
Great.
that condition. Okay?
Perfect.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
so much. Best of luck
Good
to you,
seeing you,
sir.
Judge.
You as well.
Kids, don't use drugs and stay out the streets.
And get your hair cut.
Right. Anyway, next story. Mic check.
1, 2.
All right, so Ari Spears talking that talk again. Here we go. This is what he said, and this is what everybody else said.
But I catch flack for this, and I don't care because I'm never going. I already made up my mind. I don't perform in the Deep South. I don't. There's certain places like I'll.
First, shout out to Big Ant, urban politician, and Dion Cole. Dion Cole for the.
Right, this is a meta reaction. Y'all hate that.
Perform in Charlotte because it feels like it's a major metropolis. They're a little more, you know what I'm saying? I'll perform in Alpharetta, Georgia at the new Punchline, which is phenomenal. But Mississippi, with can't read? Nah, I'm good.
Can read in Mississippi, dog.
Let me tell you something. I did a club in Memphis called Chuckles once upon a time ago. You ever been to Chuckles?
Yeah, I've been to Chuckles.
And I was selling my CDs at that point. And one lady bought the CD, and her girlfriend said to her, "Girl, how much that CD was?" Another dude was looking.
What's the problem with that, nigga? How much was it?
The son is Ari Spears.
It's a reasonable question. You know what I'm about to say? Yo, you know Ari Spears is not that black. He always talking that black shit, sitting on black couch. He not a black nigga. Think about it. You ever seen what other black niggas Ari Spears cool with? I guess Dion Coles. But think about it. He
Like-
was
like his
Steinberg
homeboy
and all
doing
that.
his
Yeah. When you ever see him clicked up with somebody?
Here's
Who's his niggas?
Here's Solo Dude. He got homeboys.
That nigga's not that black. He got on when he was 14. He talked black shit, but he not a black ass nigga. You can't go to the Deep South and not be. Listen, you're not gonna talk to the Jackson, Mississippi,
Right.
and not. And that's come on, man. That's the roots
Yeah, and that's how they speak, man.
of FBA. That's the roots. You know, to use that term lightly. You know, we got our issues with that, but yeah, that's the roots. Yeah, his comedy. I'm not a big fan, but I'm not a fan. He all right.
Ari Spears.
Yeah,
Ari
he all
Spears
right.
funny.
He all right. But he not gonna be that Southern. No, hell no.
No, but what he's doing right here, he's alienating himself from an audience to for real. That's that Bible Belt. That's the foundation of it all. I mean, worst case, that's what Corey, and I'm not comparing Aries to Corey. That's why Corey always eating on the road. Corey can go anywhere and eat because they just accept him. Aries, what he doing right now, he's shooting himself in the foot.
But they don't like him no way, probably.
You don't think so?
They don't like him no way.
for his family and went, "Where they is?" My jokes come with some shit where you got to match. You know what I mean? Based on how you talk, this shit ain't gonna fly with you.
But that's the lingo down there. And this is crazy coming from a that didn't finish school.
Lingo. No. Understand the difference. Lingo is one thing. Articulation is something else.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta be able to articulate where they is, how much that city was. Nah, that ain't lingo. That's go back to school.
So niggas talk.
Someone.
He still see Aries is such an old school dude, yo. You know he think it's 1992.
I don't know.
And he from New York, and he think that you know. You know, old school New Yorkers think they the slickest thing that ever walked the earth, and everybody
that ain't even him. This nigga ain't even built like that. I don't care where he from.
But that's you can tell by the way he dressed. You can tell by his taste in music. You can tell by his black ass eyes. He think it is 1992, and everybody has to fit into that. That he's so much swifter and faster to when people thought the country was slow, not knowing that most people up north, they family come from down south.
No doubt, most South people from
down south. Yeah, and especially in the early days of the 60s and the 50s and all that, the people that came there that was turning up, that was the real G's. They was from the South. Folks came right off could barely put two words together. I think it's disrespectful and it's a little bit arrogant. And condescending, like dismissing these people. Plus, Nigga, you call these motherfuckers slow, and you'll soon see behind what Kountry Wayne had to say, and I haven't heard what Mike Epps has had to say yet too. But you'll look at it like this. Nigga, you the one struggling on Vlad trying to do all this other shit. Kountry Wayne, them niggas rich as fuck.
Yeah, they eating right now.
There's a bunch of niggas from the South that's getting it.
Right, and you swallowing over $4,000 an interview.
Right, you trying to get up money for that 6-pack of little towels you need, nigga. Anyway, let them go.
Oh, you silly as hell.
And listen, we all know as black people culturally, we wear the two faces.
Yeah.
We know how we can go from, street around each other vernacular to corporate if we need to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll find myself slipping and saying some but you ain't get me to say where he is. When it's where are they? How much was that CD? Not how much that CD was.
Sell it to him though.
I say all that shit sometimes.
You ignorant like that.
If you ever listen to this channel, I'm gonna say a little bit of all that. And I'm not from the deep South. I'm from the Mid-Atlantic, nigga. You know what I'm saying? With some New York ties. And I'm gonna tell you this. Even New York, you find some country niggas.
Yeah.
So Aries doesn't have a regular life experience.
So you keep saying that. You keep saying that.
He don't know nobody. He don't know no regular nobody in the world.
What you just saying? He's just completely out of touch.
He's completely out of touch. He's been famous since he was 14, but not very famous.
Borderline.
Since he was 14 years old. His peak was probably Mad TV and all that. Mm-hmm. And he's been C-list ever since then. And he think he's double A-list. He think he's better than everybody. When he should be a little bit humble. That's what Kountry Wayne had to say.
What Kountry Wayne say, son?
He ain't appreciate that shit.
Hey, man, I got woke up with this. Avery Spears, don't be, the deep South, man, don't be, all them old jokes about the South slow, haven't we proved that that's not true? Yeah, we might say over there in scrimp, but we can't be slow because you see what we did with the rap game. And now you see what we do in the content game. And most of us from the South. You got Drewski he representing the South. Desert Banks, 85 South. Kountry Wayne, and we could keep going. And a lot of us outsmarted the game by you trying to figure out how to go viral talking about people, and you ain't monetizing.
Ouch.
And you ain't figured it out.
Facts.
So it's a lot of people from the South don't figure out how to get this money the smart way instead of begging Hollywood, please let me in your movie and all this. Stop playing with us, man. Straight up. Good night.
Shout out to Kountry Wayne.
Oh, he said nigga don't know the whole Chicago came from Mississippi. Fuck he talking about, which is true.
That's real.
Which is true. Yeah, it was an urban migration in what was that, the 50s?
Mm-hmm.
That huge. Yeah. It used to be a railroad that pretty much ran in a straight line. You know what I'm saying? So it's a reason. If you hear the Chicago people talk, you hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a twang to it.
Yeah, it's real heavy.
Yeah.
Plus, you gotta look at it like this. The South is where the black people are too.
No doubt.
They not in the North. They not in the LA.
No, don't say that. We
I'm not saying none. I'm saying the
foundation of it all. Yeah.
The states with the most people that's black, and black of the culture is down south. Nolans, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina. That's what the niggas is.
Yeah, sir.
And once again, like I said, your boy is cosplaying black.
Hey man, that shit.
What's his name? What's Black Eyes? What's his name?
Ari Spears, man.
Right, yeah. Let me hear some Ari Spears stand up. It's been a while.
Did he go?
Probably about 8 years ago. He lost his hearing in prison.
In prison? This took a turn. Holy shit. What the f*** did he do?
He got an ear infection. They didn't take him to the doctor.
Right. What did he do? You hear about this nigga's ear infection? You just gave us some very powerful information. He got an ear infection, but it was in prison. What the f*** did he do?
But selling dope.
He was selling dope? Oh, wow. Damn. I can't wait till he come back. Let's see if I can unretire this.
All right, say, baby, put the bag down.
Huh?
Baby, put the bag down.
What do you mean?
You've done that in stand-up comedy before.
Oh, you talking about the Denzel?
Yes. I've been waiting for you to say it, dang it.
Oh, dang it. That is white for real. I've been waiting for you to say it, dang it.
I came after that.
I ain't heard dang it since I was 7. That's
I think he just don't got the proper swag for black people in the South. Look at this nigga. He like about to work on the roof.
What?
Like he came to move your couch.
Son, chill, son.
Don't you look at him.
I see him.
I mean, this nigga, come on, man.
Every
motherfuckers pay money, get dressed up. Girls put their titties up and all that stuff to come see this nigga. That's why. Wash your black ass eyes.
I get a makeup artist.
Get your makeup artist. Stop sweating all over the goddamn place. Sliding all around.
He got the towel. He has the towel.
That's why he can't hit in the South. He look a mess.
Because he looks a mess.
He looks a damn mess.
I've seen better stuff from him on stage.
I'm not talking about that's just crowd work. That's whatever.
Talking about his appearance and his persona.
Come on, man. When you see them down south dudes or most black comedians, come on, man.
I try to work with the brother.
Come on, man.
I try to work with.
What are you going to open mic? It's a comedy show. People pay good money for this. That's his second outfit. What else he got on? Another goddamn sweaty t-shirt
and a towel.
Old ass jeans. They don't make jeans like this no more. With the artificial ribs in the front. Come on now.
Out, man.
Come on, man.
And he's got.
He was skinnier then. Hey, shout out to him.
Let that rock. Let's see what that shit right there.
Let's see what he about to say. All right, here go a little piece of it. Look, that nigga look bored already. He must be missing
sleep.
All right, here we go.
Look like that nigga just got over the wall. You Mexican? Yeah, I can tell. You got that. You're the owner of what? Oh, you got your own business? Oh, that's why you talk like that. Ever since I became an owner, now I talk clearer. My man, what's your name, dog? David. This your first black girl? Wow, you always been into black women? 95 is God. All right. I know when she f you, your eyes get American. I never had no shit like this. What made you go there? What, you just always had a taste for black people? You grew up in LA. That don't really mean. All right. You just like spoon.
All right, no judgment. He is what he is. But I just think his style is just, what you call it, bubby? Yeah, he that.
Bubby ass dude.
He bubby. Wash your face, nigga. Put on a pair of slacks or something, nigga. You know, look decent. You know how niggas is. Get some Gucci Louis or something. I don't know. At least a clean shirt. Jesus Christ.
Harry Spears, man.
Look like a flagger. Right. If he was doing this shit, you'd be like, oh, that nigga's funny. Anyway, next story. Mic check.
1, 2.
All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Abba and Preach, yo. Wow. Yeah, they said, okay, apparently, which one is it? Abba or Preach? Which one is the Arab?
Abba, I believe.
All right, so Abba was doing it to this Chinese lady, and he skeeted at her. She was like, oh, I'm gonna have
allegedly. We don't, son, don't.
She's like, I'm gonna have this baby. He's like, all right. Then he's like, no, don't have it. She was like, I'm gonna have it. She's like, okay. And then she decided not to have it, and then she decided to have it. Anyway, Flacco will explain it to us better. The title of this video, coming from Poetic Flacco, is Abba and Preach allegations are horrifying.
Is really crazy and should be a cautionary tale to everybody. You can't trust no one. This situation with Abba is really crazy and should be a cautionary tale to everybody.
It's Abba.
You can't trust no one. So Abba was dating this chick for about 5 months. He got her pregnant, and she came online recently to do a tell-all about Abba and this experience of dating Abba and getting pregnant. She would say she's making a video to expose the emotionally harmful experiences she had with Abba during his pregnancy.
I'm going to be talking about a pregnancy in which Abba ultimately walked away from, and
she's Michael Jackson,
about the difficulties and the emotionally harmful interactions I've had with Abba.
This is not the stereotypical situation. A lot of you guys heard the first sentence and say, of course, all right? A brother got an Asian or a white girl pregnant. She looks like a mixture of both. Got a white girl or Asian girl pregnant and walked away from the baby. What's new? But this ain't the stereotypical situation. And that first line was actually very misleading because Abba apparently wanted to keep the kid. Abba begged her not to terminate the pregnancy initially. Now, she took...
Why would you do that?
Why would who do what?
Beg a woman you've only known for 6 months not to get rid of the baby.
5 months, and I have no idea why I do something like that.
He don't care about his life.
Yeah. Well, obviously,
he probably just don't got no kids yet. He's like, I just want to carry on
my legacy.
Abba through this whirlwind of no, I'm keeping the baby. No, I'm not keeping the baby.
Always told you the outcome I would have preferred, but I told you I would support you regardless, and I'd be there for you. And I think I try to show up both emotionally and physically by being there in person. I think I went out of my way to try to make that clear to you, and also didn't lie.
What are we hearing? His thoughts?
His inner thoughts. I don't know. Maybe he's playing a recording.
Tell you I'm gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be great. I told you, like, it's gonna be tough on us. It's gonna be tough on you. It's gonna be tough on me. I don't know how I'm gonna change afterwards. I can only tell you that I'm dreading it, and I think that's a reasonable and like mature response to the whole situation. You know, I don't need anyone to coddle me or anything like that. Like, I know these things are gonna be difficult, and who knows? Maybe it does break us. Who knows? But I would never force you into parenthood before you're ready, and I always told you that.
So what I'm saying there is because she didn't want to have the kid, and I was saying I did.
This is one of the most bizarre situations I've ever seen in my life. So the dude with the money and the fame who got a girl pregnant within 5 months is begging her to keep the baby. Begging her to not go through with it. She scheduled about 4 to 5 abortion appointments. Now he says 9, she says 4 to 5. He's telling her each and every time, please don't get it. Please, bro. But we could do this. Please don't get it. She says, nah, I want it. But every time she cancels the appointment last minute.
Can't cry.
She even tells him, hey, I don't want you to show up to the abortion appointment with me because you might convince me not.
That's game. That's flam. She wasn't pregnant. You know what that's like? I just miscarried with a baby. I flushed the toilet already. A word.
Obviously, I don't know. The only thing you say when a woman is pregnant is
son, cut it out. Son, it'd be easy.
Nothing. I'm just saying. If you want to seem like a good guy, you're like, I'll stand by whatever decision you make.
That's basically what he's saying.
He said, I know saying. No, that's not what he said. He played, please don't use the, you know what I'm saying? Don't scoop it out. If you just say, I'll stand. First of all, there's literally nothing you can do.
No. He has no control over that.
Other than a flight of steps or something crazy like that, it's nothing you can do. So for that reason, you just say that. But you make it sound like you're supportive, like you're not an asshole. You know, it's up to you. It's your decision. You know, and
but really, if you want my personal
right, you could ask me.
Yeah.
But all that giving an insight or try, because now she seems, and it wouldn't be unusual if she is, an emotional creature, like many women are. Sometimes women, because they're emotional creatures, do things for a desired response. You probably didn't give the right response, or you did give the right response. So she said, that's so good, I got to do it again and again and again and again.
I understand what you're saying, son. This right here sound like game.
Yeah, it could have been phony.
It
could have been she was saying she was going to get it, but he was still hitting it. So she was like, all right, but I'm going to let him come back and hit it again, maybe until it catch. She's going to fake it until it catch.
All right, so it's time for the turkey baste.
To get it. So she says, don't show up. He still shows up anyway to be there. I have never seen a rich and famous man get a girl pregnant within 5 months, knowing that child support and other things are at play here. And he tells her keep it, and then she's playing games, right?
I ain't never seen that either, because they will keep it.
Because he real liberal, and you know, he
Canadian.
He the guy that I act like I am when we doing red pill videos. That's his real him.
Son, so
you know what I'm saying? Like you're the woman, and you he was gonna hold her hand, and, you know.
Son, I don't want to cuss.
He had the abortion. He was gonna take her home, and he's gonna cry, curse him out, and he was gonna apologize and tell her we can do it better.
And they cuddle,
and all that stuff. He can do that all night long.
Playing games. So she goes and says that after like pretty much taking Abba through a roller coaster of emotions, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not keeping it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not keeping it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not keeping it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not keeping it.
Bad sign.
Abba finally snapped and said, "All right, bro. I don't care what you do. Do you leave me alone?"
I want to acknowledge something up front, and that is, I know exactly who I'm speaking about. I know exactly who Abba is. Abba is articulate. He is persuasive and he is calculated. Abba is the king of receipts. And anyone who really knows Abba would not willingly put themselves in the position I'm putting myself in right now, unless their experience was significant enough to speak on. I'm not here to cause spectacle. This is all informational, and I'll just leave it up for interpretation. I met Abba July of 2025, last year, and it was really fun, and it was really interesting, and it was honestly full of love.
She got all the nigga money. She's doing renovations in the back. Yeah, she's getting a new bathroom, tiles laid down. Right.
4 months into the relationship, I start to see incompatibilities and inconsistencies that made me question the relationship and started to make me feel doubt. Ironically, as I started to feel those doubts, I found out I was pregnant. I was very nervous, but I knew I wanted to keep the child. I told Abba about the pregnancy, and he was actually very supportive. He was very excited. He always talked about how much he wanted children.
So what's the problem?
And
What's the problem?
he said he was sure about the pregnancy, and he said that he was always very sure about me. I, however, did not feel sure about Abba. Like I had mentioned, I started to see some core fundamental differences with our values, our lifestyle, and especially how Abba handled things emotionally and how he handled things communicatively.
Why is she on here talking about this, man? Why is she even speaking on this, man?
She got to ruin his life because now he don't want to be a father.
Yo, she fronting, son.
She
She
take care
lying.
of her responsibility.
She lying. She just said she started off, she wanted to keep the baby. He was supportive. He wanted to keep the baby. What's the issue?
He need to take care of his responsibility.
She lying. She was never pregnant. She was just stringing him along, son. Matter of fact, Abba, you dodged the bullet, baby. You dodged one.
No, she having
like
it.
the Matrix. You just dodged a slow bullet.
She having it. She pregnant
ain't
now.
having no baby,
She got a
man.
bun in the
She
oven.
never had no baby.
And he gonna come out double Chinese. You like, where did Abba?
Those were all the reasons that she wanted to terminate the baby. Is because the relationship with Abba was rocky. It was not stable. I think Abba said he broke up with her once. But then she starts to contradict herself. And then she says, in another breath, well, terminating it was never an option for her. Then why was she setting abortion appointments? And she admitted that she was setting those appointments. If she knew all along she would have never gotten rid of it, or she didn't want to terminate it, then why were you setting appointments for what? Like to play with this man's emotions or to set him?
How many appointments she said? How many times? Like, look, I need that money to get these appointments done.
Right.
He said he did it like 9 times, right?
Right. Maybe he's paying for it 99 times.
I mean, I cut you a check. You want? I'll pay.
She should be dumb pregnant right now. If she had enough time to skip 9, if you skipped 9 abortions and didn't have enough time to take it to the internet, why? I should be able to see her belly
all game.
That should be the baby in the background doing that work you can hear.
Son, what?
Like up and down a roller coaster? Or does she mean like, yo, I was setting these appointments because I was confused and, I wanted to get rid of it because the relationship was rocky, but deep down inside, I knew I didn't want to. But all in all, though, she took this man through an emotional roller coaster. Now, she would say that eventually when she was at a point where after 4 to 9 abortion appointments and canceling each and every one of them, once Abba got sick and tired of it, that's when she made up her mind she wanted to keep it. But by that time, Abba wanted nothing to do with her due to what Abba would say is the stress, like she took him through.
I start to confuse my anxiousness with being with Abba or moving forward with Abba with my confusion and anxiousness with the pregnancy and if I wanted to continue the pregnancy or not. And terminating the pregnancy was never in the question. It was something I never wanted to do. And I talked to Abba and I said, maybe an abortion is something we should do, even if that isn't what I wanted at all. And Abba was not happy with it. Abba was quite disappointed and he tried to support me.
This bitch crazy, son.
She crazy. And this early on.
She said she never wanted an abortion, but she talked to him about an abortion and he was mad about an abortion. So who the fuck brought up the abortion? If he wanted the baby, and you claim you always wanted the baby, why are we even talking about abortion? Who's making these appointments?
She crazy broad, son.
She crazy, son.
And this early on. Imagine if they wouldn't have had a baby.
You just met this broad.
1 year, 2 years, 3, 5 years in. She a nut. Dodge your bullet, man.
That was the craziest explanation I ever heard. I never wanted to. Let's hear it again. That shit, I never wanted to, but then I decided to. Nobody's pressuring
Maybe
me.
an abortion is something we should do, even if that isn't what I wanted at all. And Abba was not.
So who wants it?
She do.
She said, no, maybe this is something that I should do, but even if it's not what I want.
Man, you can't take us seriously, man.
This nigga's against it. She even admitted he don't want it.
Yeah.
You don't want it. The baby went out? What are you talking about?
Stop, son.
Happy with it. Abba was quite disappointed, and he tried to support the decision as much as he could, but you can tell that he was struggling with it a little bit. We make our first appointment for the abortion, and Abba visits me to be there for me, and we don't go through with it that day. And when he leaves, I make another appointment, and I cancel that one. And I think in total I canceled 3 abortion appointments. And I think, maybe I should give it more time and see if my feelings change. And so I set an appointment for after.
Means to what? Didn't she say she never wanted one? Was that the first part of this conversation? Am I tripping?
No, you're not, son. We listening to this lady speak.
The trip I had planned to Montreal to visit Abba. I visit Abba in Montreal, and we get into our biggest fight. And this was a real turning point for me. And I know it's hard to imagine Abba upset, but he does get there. And not only does he get there, he goes past the point of the threshold of where anger should stop. Abba resorts to name-calling and degrading language, and resorts to ridicule and mocking, and it does teeter on the emotionally and verbal abusive side, and I hate to put a label on it like that, but
I know what he did. He got frustrated. You fucking crazy bitch. I'm just trying to.
I feel like this is something that's not our business. We should not know about this.
Right.
This is not something we should be involved in whatsoever.
Right.
But she felt like she needed to come to the timeline to relay this. Now, she would then begin to say that once she made up her mind, after the multiple abortion appointments, after this huge fight with Abba, because Abba got sick and tired of her scheduling these things, put him through this emotional low just to cancel it and make him have to go through it all over again, eventually until he says, okay, I'm done with this. She then will say that after that big fight, Abba now no longer wanted to have a kid with her and told her to get the abortion. He's done.
Right.
And that's when she all of a sudden didn't want to get it. Once she felt like, it's kind of weird. It almost feels like when getting the abortion would have made Abba unhappy and depressed, she wanted to get it. Right? But when not getting the abortion would have made Abra sad and depressed, she didn't want to get it.
That's what I'm talking about. She trying to get that rise out of him. She seemed like one of them crazy women who like a roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster. She live in that space. She want that space. And she's probably sweet and kind and nice to him the whole time they was messing around. He was like, yo, I could have it. I could see myself with her.
Oh, he slipped up and banged it.
Don't do it. That's what I'm saying. He banged it. She was feeling at the time when he was asking her not to have to have the baby. He saw a future with her.
The flip side.
He didn't know. Right. He didn't see the craziness started to seep out.
See it now.
And it's starting to seep out. And then once it seeped out, he was like, you know what? I think you should. When you talking about getting an abortion?
Or how about this? He hit it raw and she said, you know what? I think I'm pregnant.
Right there in the bed.
Oh, for real?
Right there. Jizz on her belly. She like, can you rub it in?
Any minute it's on her. She's like, I think
I'm not a woman. Maybe this is what women go through, but it almost felt like she took pleasure in doing the opposite of whatever Abba wanted, right? If Abba would have been happy with her not getting it, she wanted to get it. If it just felt like she wanted to take him through hell. Eventually, after pushing him to his edge, he then, begins to get, like snarky with her, rude with her. And when she felt like she got him right where she got him, she then screenshot the messages, and the mean stuff that he sent her. And, she believes that he should be canceled because he sent her mean messages and told her to go through with the abortion that she initially wanted to get.
And he tells me, I don't have anything to say, just get the abortion, and I'll wait for the abortion updates. And I said, I will consider keeping you, I will keep you updated. I will consider what you said over the phone about having the abortion. My values were to ultimately not get it. And he said, just so we're clear, if you change your mind for the 10th time, I will not be involved. And then I kind of snap back a little bit, and I'm like, then don't be. And then he blocks me. And he blocks me for an entire day. And
a day?
I'm so sorry for the construction in the background. I have to make sure.
So he blocked her for a day. You see how she keep hitting like that, back to back to back to back? Come on, man.
Hello.
Right, she's trying to get it right. Come on, man. She a nut. That's this broad crazy, man.
Right, she crazy.
That's a crazy woman, right?
She lucky she wasn't fucking with a nigga like me. This all she got to say? It'd have been something for Flacco to talk about a nigga. You dirty bitch.
Son, stop, son. Don't be trying to easy, man.
Should have never skeeted in you in the first place. I told you to swallow it.
To speak loud. Sorry about that. I said, hey, I need to talk to you about the baby. I'm still blocked, and I tell my cousin to message him to unblock me, and he says, hey, I unblocked you for a second to say stop contacting me. Regardless of what you choose, I will never decide to keep in contact with you. You're not my responsibility. Now don't reach out to me again. And then if you guys are reading this, I'll mention what's going on here in a minute. But I said, why? I said, why did you block me after you wanted updates? He says, because I don't want updates. Sorry I wasn't clear, so I'll be clear. I don't want to ever hear from you again.
My dude.
He says, keep it or don't. I don't need updates. If you do this solo, good luck. If you don't, keep it. Great. And then he blocks me again. And I am so exhausted at this point on how Abba handles conflict and how he resorts to shutting down and avoidance.
Try to force that nigga to being a deadbeat. That nigga was trying to make a wife out of you for no reason.
I don't know about
or something.
He was with it initially.
And he got tired of going back and forth. Like, what you want to do?
Right. I ain't got time. No, he saw the signs. He was wise enough. I mean, I don't think he a young dude. He ain't that old. Right. He was wise enough to see. Oh man, this brother. She's crazy. She not. Let me leave her. Let me sever ties now. Whatever it is. Okay, what I pay. Just stay away from me.
And a little piece of us still don't think you're pregnant.
Right. A little piece.
Stonewalling.
Let me see your belly. Stand up, lady.
And especially at a time that is very critical and sensitive, I just want to show you this. So this kind of will show you an example of Abba's volatility a little bit. I think within the span of 4 months of our relationship, I think I was blocked like 100 times. And I typed in the word block in my search history for my messages. And the first time he blocked me was in August 7th, the beginning of August. And I think we met in the middle of July.
She had a good smush. That's what it was. She had a good smush. She was crazy. Crazy sex be good.
Yeah.
And she also getting his nerves. He's like, I'm blocking
Is it worth it?
I'm not fucking with that
Is
bitch.
it worth it?
Then he'll call in a few days. He was like, yo.
Is it worth it?
Fuck, hell no. Knowing what I know, my old, hell no.
We know.
Not even close to
crazy.
Crazy.
Yo, on your balcony, you sitting there like, yo, is she on my balcony?
You don't know what's up with her.
Yeah, you don't know what's up with her. She a nut.
And she clearly thrives on getting some kind of emotional reaction for you.
And attention.
Because all the time you was logical and all that, she wasn't on the internet. She wait till you say something, till she pushed you to the edge and say something crazy. Now she can be a victim.
Right.
Oh, victim. I don't see what she a victim.
He's so abusive. He was verbally abusive to me.
He really ain't say nothing crazy. He just said, go ahead and do what you said you was going to do.
And roll out.
And this was just 3 weeks after we met. And so then he blocks me again at the end of August.
Blocking somebody probably is not the best way to deal with, a potential baby being in the mix. Now, Abba's saying he's not going to be in a baby's life whatsoever when it comes, that I really can't co-sign as well. And I think Abba also, has similar commentary and in the past. But bro, you took this man through multiple emotional lows, what I believe is deliberately. Right, like you knew you had no intentions on ever getting rid of the baby, but you made him think you were multiple times. I understand why he snapped. Now he blocks her. Now after he blocks her, want nothing to do with her. You know what she did? She begins to threaten to ruin his career, to go public. She then DMs Preach, and tell him Preach
don't got nothing to do with this.
Nothing. He ain't do it to you.
That's just his homeboy running the show. He's like, nigga, you linking up? What time we get this money, nigga? Fuck.
She a problem, son. She a nut.
Hey, I'm pregnant by Abba's baby. Abba was nothing to do with me. She's getting his family and friends involved. She's DMing everybody.
But again, I never did it. And I also messaged the Abba and Preach page. And I tell him this. I'm not going to read it, but I'll leave it up here so you guys.
She put it at the page. She put it in their email and their DMs. Oh my God. She can't reach him. She need to get somebody to reach him.
Somebody to talk to him.
Maybe Preach was always nice
to
me.
Call me real quick.
Could you call your friend, please?
You and pause if you'd like. And he just responds, "Hey, blackmailer, stop reaching out." And Abba gets very upset because now Preach sees these messages and now Preach knows that his girlfriend is pregnant. Now Preach knows Abba's girlfriend is pregnant. And
his girlfriend.
Abba calls me at some point, and this is just another example of...
Right, you're not his girlfriend. He's leave it alone. He'll not want to see you again.
Right. Roll out, man.
You're nothing.
Kick rocks.
You're nothing.
I don't even like you.
Go get cleaned out.
Yeah, you're a nut deposit box.
How Abba does talk to me when he does get upset, so I don't answer because I'm trying to get something to eat. I'm hungry and I'm sick. I'm in my first trimester and I don't answer. And he says, "I don't care, bye, blocked. I'm trying to eat. Hey, I was really trying to get something to eat. I haven't eaten." He says, "Parasite, I don't care. Eat, shit, sleep. I want my peace back. I want you gone. So hurry up. You made 9 accounts harassing me and blackmailing." So he's talking about my cousin reaching out and sending him messages, and he calls again, and we finally get on a phone call. This is the most brutal phone call.
I bet.
And
no, we're not.
Because she won't leave him alone. You gotta understand, this is the crazy thing. When a woman wants the man to leave her alone, he got to leave her alone.
Right.
You call the police, this nigga go to jail.
No doubt.
When a dude wants a woman to leave him alone, niggas laugh about, you got it strung out. You're like, no, you don't understand, nigga.
No, that's abuse.
That's abuse.
Stalker. Yeah, she's a stalker.
This is, you can't, and what happens is men find themselves in a situation where they wild out and they do something. He ain't hit her or nothing. He cursed it out. He trying to get her away from him.
Right.
It's that simple. He tried to work it out.
She's cyberbullying him.
She really is. She really is. And threatening, because if she this crazy, you don't know when it could take a turn. This bitch pop up with a gun, knife, poison. You don't know what the hell she'd do.
Right, they're in Canada.
It does reflect everything that I had mentioned before, that it was verbal and emotionally abusive and contain a lot of dehumanizing language. And
she's not coming to the internet to tell us, yo, can you please help me get Abba to be a father? She then proceeds to say that she proceeded with determination, got rid of the baby. But she still decided to come online after terminating the baby, after breaking off all ties.
You're right. That bitch was never pregnant.
I tell you,
that bitch was never pregnant. You right. I was wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. That bitch was never pregnant. I've been through this.
What?
I mean, not exactly.
This took a wild turn. No, son. Yo, I'm telling you,
never pregnant. I know she wasn't. I know she wasn't.
All game.
All game. Bitch was in her first trimester for 18 months. Bitch, what are you talking about? You got time to do all this shit. You done schedule 5. Who the F?
5 to 9.
5 to 9. Somewhere between 5 to 9. Abortions.
Back and forth.
Back and forth.
He
to
like-
try to get a rise out of him. You right. She was not pregnant. She was never pregnant.
And this is just the
This
baby
nose ain't even
talk.
spread or nothing.
Son, chill, son. What I'm telling you, this is just pertaining to an abortion and baby talk. We don't know what that regular. He probably seen some things in her before, like, oh, yo, this crazy.
I'm telling you, this pussy was real good. He got caught up in that shit, and at some point, he was like, "This shit ain't worth it."
Yeah, this ain't. Let me sever ties now before this goes too long, man. I don't want to have nothing to do with you.
She was never pregnant.
Yeah, if you're pregnant, go ahead, have it. Do whatever you want to do. Hit me later on, or if you do, you don't. I don't care. Just stay away from me, please.
And I'm gonna tell you another way you was probably right too. They get bread. They got big numbers, right?
Yeah.
He probably was paying every time.
Maybe. He probably she was like, well, he was like, all right, that's cool. I'll pay for it.
Yeah. No, he said he didn't want it, but he was being supportive. So he's probably like, okay, because he was gonna go with it.
Right. Then the second time,
and that's why she canceled. She's like, I can't really go down there with no baby in the belly.
Right. And she said he showed up. So he right there, like, yo, I'm right here. Talk to the doctor.
That's why she canceled. That's why she canceled, son. We see right through this shit.
Yeah.
That's why she canceled. He forgot to get the money back because it was small change. And it was like $500-$600. So I've heard allegedly. And then,
nah, son. Let me say this, man. I'm not saying that I'm glad that this happened to the brother, man. To do that. What I'm saying is this: I'm glad that this is getting exposed. One on the internet. That people can see.
Yeah, because she ain't exposed to nobody but herself.
She only ain't exposed to nobody but herself. At least the next person or the next man coming like, oh, that's you. Oh, you nah.
Right. He didn't even cuss you out. And even if he did cuss you out, you deserve it.
Yeah.
I cuss you out. Call around here.
Son, stop, son.
You want to hear real American cussing out
this? We not gonna cuss.
This thing went Canadian. Please leave me alone. I beg you to leave my facility.
And he hopped on a moose and rode down.
Hopped on a moose.
Well, ABBA, she still came online to expose messages between her and ABBA because apparently she wants to destroy ABBA's career because her and ABBA had some type of like bad words back and forth. And she terminated the baby she had with him. They no longer got no ties. They no longer are together. They don't speak anymore. But she's still online with these receipts to destroy him.
This bitch was never pregnant.
Like I don't know if she thought this story was juicier than what it really was, but the story she told makes ABBA seems pretty reasonable. Nobody is hearing this story and thinking, oh, ABBA, you was a monster. No, we're all thinking, yeah, I understand how I would snap and say words that I don't mean if a woman took me through that emotional roller coaster too.
He is no, he just said he meant. He should have said words for that, nigga.
Absent from this entire thing. And he doesn't want anything to do with the baby, and he doesn't want anything to do with me, and I make the hardest decision I ever had to make, and
no, it ain't.
It was a very painful decision.
But you made it 9 times. It ain't that hard. You can't make the hardest decision you ever made 9 times.
Son, chill, son. Easy.
This is ridiculous. Michael Jackson face ass.
I end up having the abortion, and
I don't care.
I grieved very hard.
We don't give
and
a
I was also
goddamn.
grieving the relationship with ABBA. I knew that I found all of these incompatibilities, but I did still love him a lot. And I was feeling very lost. And
I hope you shit it out on the toilet.
Son, cut it out, son. Son, and I'm gonna tell you this. This is not the last we're gonna hear from this. She gonna pop up later on down the line with something else talking about him, either trying to get him canceled.
No, she about to start streaming. She gonna do an all album. She gonna have the fetus.
Son, stop, son. Be like a little.
You heard a bloody tissue.
Little, what they call it?
A little
seahorse.
Yeah,
the seahorse on a. Son, that's not right. Man.
Heard a seahorse on a napkin.
I take that back, man. I retract that. That was wrong.
Truly, some of my darkest days. And I think ABBA will never get a hold of me again, and he really doesn't care to reach out, but he does.
I literally don't know the purpose of why she made the video.
You know it.
If she terminated the baby and y'all no longer have ties, why are you making a video again? And this is why too, man. As a man, you really got to be careful on who you deal with. A lot of these chicks will seem super cool, but they low-key plotting to destroy you and ruin you behind the scenes, okay? This is disgusting. This is...
I don't even know. That's crazy. I've known them.
She's crazy.
She's crazy. It's not even a plot. She just crazy. She's just doing stuff. She's trying to invoke feelings and pushing and pull.
On the internet.
You right, son. I believe you. I do not believe she was pregnant. These are allegedly my thoughts. I don't believe she ever had a baby in her. Ever, never, never. That's some bullshit.
All game. They got too much. They got game, son.
9 fake pregnancies. Come on, that don't even sound right. It's like the Planned Parenthood. I'm like, bitches, you going?
No, 9 canceled
abortions.
Yes, we didn't want to say the word.
Not right. Not fake pregnancies. Right. 9 canceled scheduled chop shops. She went down to Chop Shop 9 times. Ain't take no call.
Shop, son, don't call it that, son. Call something. We gotta be a little bit more.
The Chop Shop is very good. It's not even cuss.
The vacuum cleaner house.
Right. The house, Charlie's House of Vacuum.
Bad. This is horrible. It's horrible. So ABBA will eventually respond back. Now, he took accountability for, saying mean things. Well, he also broke down the reason why he said these mean things is because of the emotional roller coaster she put him through.
See, that nigga, this what I be hating about them, like, real intelligent, liberal ass. I analyze everything, nigga.
There's nothing wrong.
No, my message would be like, man, fuck that bitch, nigga.
Son,
I don't give a fuck.
That's not what we supposed to say.
If the baby come out, all right, come see me when you big enough, nigga. But fuck this bitch. That would have been my message. They'd be like, damn, Doc Mark, that was a little harsh. I don't give a fuck.
We're gonna cancel you for that.
Guys, it's two of the best in the business. They're massive, unbelievable.
It don't get no bigger than this. Live on the biggest.
So she didn't want me there for the abortion. I flew down anyways. And the night before the abortion, she was talking to me. She was like, we can have more kids in the future. And I'm like, right before you're going to go end this,
right?
That's what you want to come for me with? So I'm like, just stop. It's okay. I'm not here to be a sour pout. I'm not pouting. It's okay. Let's just go through with this. I wake up in the morning and she canceled the abortion.
Mm-hmm.
So this
after you gave her the $700, $700 to $800.
It's like the 9th time already that she's changed her mind between having it or not having it. And I can't stress this to you guys enough how debilitating and mentally breaking it is to have to deal with somebody changing their mind. Now, I'm sympathetic because I can imagine it's a stressful situation. You're deciding your future, you're hormonal. I'm being as patient as I can be throughout the whole process.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of his kind, liberal heart. Because I'm telling you, he one of those dudes, very analytical. And I respect Abba's opinions.
100%.
Yeah, he says some deep stuff. Yeah. But I'm telling you, it's a time.
Him and his dude.
Yes. Yeah. But sometimes it's time to get savage, nigga. For real. Sometimes it's time to be savage. All that analytical and when you think about it, I understand her point. Man, fuck her point of view, nigga.
It's not about being savage. It's about putting your foot down.
She could have done that shit once with me. First of all, I ain't going to stop nobody from no abortion. That's crazy.
What? I gave you the money already. You want cash out? You want? Son, that's not funny.
I ain't giving you shit but a ride.
What does plan B?
But I could understand perhaps a person feeling like that. Like, damn, that's going to be my child. I don't want to.
Probably his first baby.
Probably his first baby.
Yeah.
He probably it might feel very serious to him. But what I'm saying is, after you played that game with me once, I ain't doing that no more.
9 times.
I would have been suspicious, like you said, after the first time. Like, is this bitch even pregnant?
Man, I flew all the way down here. I'm trying to be supportive.
Right. Or you just want pregnancy drama.
Right. Or you got game.
Yeah, you want some attention. That's what it is. She want. Oh, they don't live in the same state. Yep. She took some attention. He probably in Canada. This bitch in Florida.
Then she gonna say we can always have children at a later date.
What are we cook? So what are we cooking this one for?
Son, told you don't say that thing.
What do they do to them? They don't cook them.
I don't know, man.
When it's done
in Canada,
seahorse.
I'm not saying nothing because I don't know what it's like to carry a kid. But to be honest with you, it was tough on me. Okay, the same way it was tough on her. I'm not here to villainize her or whatever. So all my friends, my friends don't. My friends have nothing nice to say about her. Okay, they say she didn't have women were pregnant. It's lying, whatever. I don't say any of that because I know, despite what he's doing now and all this,
he wouldn't believe all women. That's why he only want to believe that.
He don't believe.
So his homie. So we ain't the first ones to say that. His homie told that bitch ain't pregnant, nigga. Why you tripping?
Right. You
worry about your business, nigga. Right. Just act like you don't know her.
Right.
She's not a bad person. At least that's not the experience I had with her. Now, maybe I'm stupid, whatever it is, love struck, whatever you want to say, but I'm just not going to sit here and pretend like she's the demon or whatever. I just think it was a very stressful situation for two people who weren't ready at the time, and I think we just didn't handle it the best. And you guys are seeing it unfold publicly, and I think it's stupid that it's happening this way. But this narrative that I didn't want to have the kid or some baby drama, it's not real. For most of our relationship, it was me trying to tell her not to do it, okay? So that's what it is. And the reason why I just didn't want to do this vid or talk about this is because like it's personal and it's pretty traumatic. To be honest with you, I'm still grieving that whole experience, and I haven't been good afterwards. It's a tough thing to deal with, thinking you're going to live life one way, and it's like very difficult. And I'm probably going to mourn that for a long time. Okay.
Son, you were getting mentally and emotionally jerked. That's it. You're getting jerked around, man.
This will only happen to sensitive men.
Yes.
I'm sorry to say that.
Don't happen to dudes like me.
No. Damn sure ain't gonna happen to me.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, I'm here. We in here. I done paid the money. If not, shoot up the Rite Aid real quick. Get this plan B. Go ahead, take this. If not, we're getting on all the roller coasters at the ride.
I know it's been 6 weeks. We're gonna take 6 of them. Should I take 1 too? Fuck, we clear all this shit out.
And I don't want to talk about that with you guys, but here we are.
Of course you don't.
And I'm okay with.
I'd have ignored the bitch, honestly. If I was Abba, she'd have made that shit. Everybody would have been talking about it on the internet. I'd have went on and did the next show. Just kept laughing and giggling and talking about shit.
Like nothing happened.
Oh, this bitch. The fuck? Show me a
people
baby.
Making rumors about me. I've heard all kinds of rumors, all the craziest things you can imagine. But seeing my ex do something like this is like, to me, it's a bit loserish, to be honest with you.
This felt like a conversation we have no business hearing or reviewing.
Yeah.
But y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you?
Yeah, I feel like you
let us know in the comments.
Feel like you listening to somebody argument and shit. You're like, oh shit, you know the neighbors in an apartment or something.
I don't even like the fact he just said, man, my ex. You only knew her for a couple.
You barely know her, son.
You don't know her. What's her last name? You don't even know.
I'm telling you, he's a good, wholesome guy from Canada, sitting on that bread. Who that?
Gucci will take the stand?
No, because everybody's making fun of him, you know? But that doesn't mean he didn't tell.
No, he told.
He told.
Yeah.
I wish, like, right now, should we play the song? Like, it's Hove ranting.
Well, no, I mean, the song is going to be part of the...
play it?
No, I mean, I've heard the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you did all that and you still signing me. Like, you're just fucking painting a picture for the feds.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be an exhibit in the actual
case.
And
then you say, I made a video on it. Did you see the video I made on it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When he's like, yo, I put money in your commissary. Is that anything special? I took care of fucking 100 bloods. And you guys said, you know what you signed up for. So, Pooh Shiesty, you signed a street rapper. You know what you signed up for.
Well, Gucci signed Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah, Gucci signed Pooh Shiesty. Why is not the same saying? You know what you signed up for? Mm-hmm. Signing a street nigga. Right? Why is it not the same saying?
I'm gonna tell you why it's different. Because nigga, you was in the gang.
Yes.
You was in the gang.
You were an infiltrator.
And don't get confused. We not on the side of crime or criminals and nothing like that. But when you're with them, you supposed to live in that lifestyle.
And if you turn against them,
you know,
you snitch.
You're a snitch. I mean, I don't personally care. Niggas rat all you want. More criminals off the street than me. But, and his excuse is like, oh, they kidnapped me. They did it to my girl. They did this, that, and the third. Yeah, that's what you get when you're dealing with them niggas.
Right.
Like, that's part of it.
That's all part of the hustle.
That's part of the hustle. You know what I'm saying? G's up, hoes down, nigga. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And to turn around and do that, I think he's a classic definition of what one would call a rat. I don't give a fuck.
This dude right here?
Yeah, Tekashi.
100%.
Yeah. Because he ratted on guys he was with. Now, Gucci, on the other hand, signed a man. Plus, I always forget this. Well, I don't forget it, but I always bring this up to people. Gucci, the old Gucci was literally undiagnosed schizophrenic.
Yes. That is duly noted.
He was hearing voices. You know what that means? Other person, that shit going on in his brain. Anytime if you live in a lifestyle where a fucking schizo can hang out with you and nobody notices, your lifestyle is insane. And now he's healthy, on his meds, got his wife with him, and he called the police.
Yes. Like he's supposed to.
That shit ain't racism, whatever. You still a rat, nigga. Yeah. Fucking no matter how you put it.
It is the same.
Oh, no, it's different. No,
no. I don't think it's different, man.
Yo, what do you think it is with my situation and these rat-ass niggas?
I think that you were the first. So you take all the flack.
So I was before 50 Cent?
I don't. 50 Cent didn't cooperate.
So 50 Cent never told him Supreme. So I want you.
I've never seen paperwork on 50 Cent.
But you don't have to see it to know knowledge.
No, you got to see paperwork.
Guys, you're a lawyer.
You have to see paperwork.
You're a lawyer, right? Okay. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And guys, I want you to have a lawyer here. I swear to God, if I ever lie, right, to you while I'm saying this, I promise you, and people can hold me to it, that chain is yours. That chain, I don't even want to see it. You be like, yo, Danny.
$40.
What, that chain?
Yo, they
No,
say
Tekashi got money. That chain.
I'm not denying that Tekashi got money. We can look it up. They have the joint. It's like a pin.
The chains with a bunch of jewels in it. Yeah, they ain't worth shit.
Yeah, they checked his joint. They went up to random rappers, put it on the diamonds, and what'll do it either turn yellow, green, or red. His joints was red. Boom. Fake.
Straight worthless.
Fake, right. What is them pink
On
diamonds?
internet, the internet doesn't forget, that chain is yours.
Yeah, orange diamonds.
You know how many rats are walking throughout society because the government seals their paperwork? People don't know, if you've never been to the feds, right, you will never understand that there's a 5K1 and a Rule 35. 5K1 is what you receive before sentencing, when you cooperate before you get sentenced, and then a Rule 35 is what you receive after you get sentenced. So you could do fucking 10 years in prison, cooperate what Big Meech did, right? Third party cooperation, can we agree to that? So
That's
Big
what they
Meech
say,
is
yeah.
a rat, but nobody speaks on it because it's not 6ix9ine, right? So, in the...
They did say he told... Well, they said he...
The lady that he was involved with was the Fed.
Right. The lady who worked for him did tell her. He didn't never talk to the police, but he...
Third party.
He knows somebody who worked for him directly every day. Told some stuff that he know that he told her to tell some people. Allegedly.
Feds, and any lawyer, like I said, you could keep that chain if I'm lying. There's something called pacer.com. When you look someone's name up, their number, their whole sentencing comes up, their sentencing minutes, and right there, when it says sealed, you're a fucking rat.
This chain got a wolf, a lion, and a rat on it. This dude is a character, yo.
He is a character. Well, that's what he's selling. He's selling.
Yes.
Look at the backdrop.
Sir, this nigga learned how to work the internet. It's just that simple. Not what I would do, but it's funny. And then clearly some people find entertainment. That's like
get the bricks beat off his ass in the LA Fitness.
Yeah, in the LA Fitness, they caught his ass.
Caught him.
He ain't left his house since. He said, them niggas ain't getting me no more.
I'll work out of the house.
He got a lion in the middle, a rat over there. It might be an alligator, a monitor lizard. I don't know,
man. A gecko?
Why are you sealing court documents? Why? Because the government protects their confidential informants. Now, I was a whole different case when I decided to cooperate. The judge felt that my public figure, the public's interest outweighed my safety. The public's interest on my case outweighed my safety. So, going back to like other niggas, there's a million rats that's literally in your neighborhood right now, people watching, that you will never know about. And it's just pacer.com. Look them up. And if you're a lawyer, just look it up. You'll keep that chain.
Okay.
So my thing with 50 Cent and all these people, Snoop Dogg, these niggas be undercover rats. Look at Young Thug. He never thought that 2015 interrogation video was ever gonna come out.
Yeah, we saw that.
He called it flirting. He called it fooling the cops. But what is there? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say could be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to attorney. If you can't afford one, one will be appointed to you. At that moment, you can. Why don't just call fucking Brian Steele?
Shut up.
2015, you're signed to fucking Birdman already.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Why don't you just call Brian Steele? Why don't you just call up a lawyer? Why? Because you was fucking ratting, nigga. You wasn't flirting, nigga.
Yeah, I think Young Thug cooperated, which is why he went on that whole media run trying to prove.
Yeah, he did, and he gave him his number. He was like, "Call me in case you need any additional information." I sent it.
Can I keep the cigarette?
Right. He's like, "Thanks, man. It's good."
People that he didn't. Think about it, he never did interviews until that.
Bro, I just talk facts, and at the end of the day, people hate me for it. Nothing gets by me.
Listen, I think what happened to you is similar to what I went through in a way. Like when I first started doing interviews and started asking all the tough questions, Vlad's the police, Vlad's the feds, everyone goes to jail. Now, a million people do what I do. Traplo Ross, Adam 22, Sean Cotton, they all do similar types of questions. So now it's not as big of a deal. You were the first one in hip hop to actually take the stand and cooperate. Everyone else after that, they all followed your footsteps in a way, but you're going to take the heat. But I think over time, hold on. Over time, people have softened their approach towards you. I feel like you're much more well-liked now than you were right after you did it. Am I right? Am I right? And I feel like my interview kind of helped out because it helped to humanize.
You don't think so?
I don't like this nigga, man.
Well, that's you. But I'm just saying, in the industry, I mean, Kodak Black did a record with him, and Kodak Black in jail right now. Shit.
Yes, he's trying to make bombs.
You know what I'm saying? He's still doing bullshit, but still hanging out. I think people just saw who he was. Like, fuck it. That's his character. He's the rat.
But we also see the state of hip hop also.
Yeah, and look, don't get it fucked. I am not with the street code at all. But I do believe when two criminals enter into a crime together, y'all supposed to ride that shit out, nigga. That was the deal.
Yeah.
That was the deal, nigga. Fuck it.
If you turn on your people.
Yeah. I don't think anyone calling the police, or if someone victimized you, or if you're not into crime and all those different situations. Under most situations, I don't think it's called a rat. I think a rat is specifically when one turns on the other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or somebody inside the life, it's like, oh, I know somebody else. Don't worry about me. Go get them. Sort of save yourself situation.
My issue always with Tekashi69 was this. How they didn't know that this little kid was a clown. If you're a real established crew, these dudes was getting money.
Right, street dudes.
Yeah, these were real street dudes.
No, he was the money, but they was
right. No, what I'm saying is, but how can this dude around you here clown? Go back and look at his old stuff. Look at his old video. I understand he the money and all that, but like, yo, the real dude would be like, yo, who bought him? Who he with? Who brought him around here?
You thinking from an older dude perspective.
You goddamn right.
He from Bushwick, Brooklyn. I don't know if y'all familiar with Brooklyn. It's a little Puerto Rican section right next to Bed-Stuy. It's like a few blocks wide and it's long.
So we understand.
They mix and go back and forth, and they probably was like, "That's Danny. He be up the street. You
right,
know Danny.
Danny a clown." And we all out here getting money, and
Danny started figuring out Danny started figuring out.
Don't get him involved in that.
Danny started figuring out how to get money on the internet.
All right, well, that's why they all fell, and that's why he home.
Niggas is gone, right?
And tell the whole story.
Nah, I've been told the whole story.
Nah, other people told the story. No. Your whole story from beginning to end, I was the first person to do it. There was documentaries about you, but I was the first person to actually sit down with you and have you explain it all. And I think that really humanized you.
Vlad, that's wrong.
That's wrong?
On my first Instagram live, you could pull it up right here. I said these guys kidnapped me, fucked my baby moms, did this, did that. There's a street code and there's something so-called as loyalty and everything and no snitching and all of that. I get it, right? But where was the loyalty when you was sleeping with my baby mother? Where was the loyalty when you was caught on the wiretap trying to kill me? Where was the loyalty when you tried to kidnap my mother? Where was the loyalty when you was stealing millions of dollars from me? Where was that?
Right, but y'all street niggas, you supposed to do some street shit.
Right, this nigga's a clown. I told you, he been a clown.
You supposed to go street.
Didn't his mama just get kidnapped 2 weeks ago?
Well, his mother not a clown.
No, mama, she.
Abuela wasn't. She didn't give a fuck.
Can I get my pillow?
She put some niggas' guns down. Hold on.
I make it.
Don't point down at me. Hold on. Give me a minute. Mama wasn't playing at all. But yeah, he talking real tough. We was these niggas are good. Y'all was in that shit
together.
You supposed to handle it like they handle it
together.
Didn't get views like my interview though. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But it was on 2.5 million viewers at once in real time. Again, it wasn't. And these are facts. I've been explained it. It's just they needed a black person to do it. It's just facts. It's facts.
Who the black person?
It's just they seen Gunna.
He said the only reason they called him a rat is because he Puerto Rican. Because he Mexican. Calling a bunch of niggas rats. You was just the first one. You was the first one that came out and did it.
Yeah, online.
On Crime Stoppers and said, it's not the stand. They seen T.I. on Crime Stoppers.
T.I. did Crime Stoppers.
It's not the stand. They seen T.I. on the stand and said, it was his cousin that died.
So you think it's racism? You think it's because you're Mexican?
Come on now. You know what I mean? Like, they seen Finesse 2 times paperwork. He's funny though. They seen Gunna say yes ma'am. He has good music though. When you're black, it's okay to rap. When you're Spanish, there's no room for it. There's not even room for it in the music industry. Remember when I told you, let's bet 100K? I'll pull out 100K right now. You can wire it to me later. Name Spanish guys that are allowed in the mainstream thing. That's not me and Cardi B. And we had this conversation. This was on the first interview. You can't. It's impossible.
Spanish?
This is black music, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
What are you talking about? Him and Cardi B, what?
Is the only Latinos that's mainstream in hip hop. There's some other ones, but why would it be, nigga? That's like trying to name niggas that's in salsa music or something. Yeah. I'm sure it's one or two, but it's mostly what?
Reggaeton.
Right.
It's niggas in reggaeton.
Yeah, but not mostly. That's what he's saying. Hip hop is originally it was predominantly black, but there's plenty of Puerto Ricans and shit all in hip hop.
Oh, they were allowed in hip hop?
Right, Joe.
Spanish people Spanish people who are allowed in the mainstream rap game to dominate. Don't give me Street Line Mafia. Don't give me.
Nobody allows nobody to dominate. To dominate, you gotta dominate. Mm-hmm. Dominate. No one can allow you to dominate.
What song he got? Oh, he was a rapper.
He had a couple years. His years
you
have
know
passed.
from his music?
Yeah,
I don't.
You ain't gonna like it. You want to hear it?
No.
Gummo. It's a bunch of yelling. It's a bunch of yelling and cussing with a bunch of bloods. I'll show it to you, nigga. Because you want to know what he do. He was a big deal in like 2013, 14, something like that.
Yeah, man. I wish I would get in the car with you. You knocking Tekashi69. I would get out.